Hey guys, this is Chase with Ice Warehouse. I'm at CCM's headquarters in Montreal, Canada with the product line manager of Protective, Charles. We've got your two families of protective lines in front of us, but before we start talking about the new specs on the FT1 line, how would you describe maybe the differences in style of player and kind of the two differences as a family?
Yep. The big difference between our Tacks and our JetSpeed line is definitely level of play or type of player that would go for one or the other. Tacks is a bit more bulkier, adds more coverage, and the JetSpeed is more focused on mobility and lightweight.
Okay, so maybe the guy that's really, digging in the corners, the defenseman, real big checkers, maybe you want to go with the Super Tacks. That light and agile guy probably wants to go with the JetSpeed, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about it. Looks beautiful, but let's talk about the new upgrades as far as the composite goes. What was kind of the inspiration behind it, and what does it do for the player?
Yeah, the idea was for us to have obviously a very lightweight product, but didn't want to jeopardize in any way the protection. So we took the same composite that we had in our skates and brought it in our shoulder pads, elbows, and shin guards, as well as the pants.
So that adds a little more protection and reduces a little bit of weight?
Exactly, yeah.
All right, so what about the overall construction of the shoulders? They've been successful for many years now, but it looks like we saw a big change just in the general construction. What was the reason behind that?
Yeah, the idea was for us to, yes, we wanted to make sure it was lightweight, but we had to have something very mobile. So the difference between our Quick Light line and the new JetSpeed is that this is a three-piece construction. So it's a shoulder pad that stays close to your body, but when you move around, the whole shoulder pad stays nice in place.
It keeps that protection where it needs to be at all times?
Yep.
And it looks like that's kind of the inspiration behind the bicep strap and the elbow pad. What does that do for the player?
Yeah, the idea was for us to have a bicep strap higher up, so when the player would flex its arm, the cap would stay closer to your arm. So less movement there, make sure the elbow pad would stay nice in place.
Well, let's talk about the Shin Guard. Looks like there's a real exciting new strapping system. What's going on there?
Yeah. So we have the same cap that we had with our Quick Light, great success there. The idea for us is to have a strapping that was more convenient towards the player. We know calves are always changing depending on the size of the body, so we want to have adjustable calf strap. So it's an easy to use Velcro strap to make sure you have a nice snug fit.
And so if you've ever had an issue trying to find a Shin Guard go around your calf, then this would be a pad for you, right?
Yeah, you bet.
What about the liner? It looks like it's somewhat similar to what we saw in the QLT series, but it's a little bit more comfortable this year. What's going on there?
Yeah, it's a laminated liner. The idea for us is to add a level of comfort to the product. It's also treated with Polygene. So that antimicrobial is really important for us to keep the product nice and dry, but also keep the bacteria away throughout the year.
Keep it smelling at least decent.
We try,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so we've had the Super Tacks line, again, very successful in itself, but what's kind of the inspiration behind the D3O and just the overall, idea behind the line?
Yeah, D3O for us is a rate-sensitive foam. It's definitely our better performing foam out of our lab. So we want to make sure we have that performing foam for a type of player that's blocking shots, like you mentioned. It's been more aggressive. So the line is offering much more coverage than what's out there in the market. Than that, we have our anti-lift construction, so really still mobile, so offering tons of coverage, protection, but still very mobile shoulder pad. We have our Tacks pant. It's been our classic fit, straight fit for many years. That's been doing very well for us, also with D3O. Our Shin Guards, again, a bit bulkier, a bit rounder Shin Guards, offering great level of protection with the adjustable thigh guards. Also, again, D3O smart foam in the kneecaps, as well as a shot blocker. And then our elbow pad, two-piece elbow pad, a little bulkier, again, offering a high level of coverage, reinforced with D3O, the bicep and forearms.
Awesome. Well, as always, thanks for having us out here, filling us in. And then for you at home that want to check out more of the CCM protective gear, make sure you go to icewarehouse.com.